This is Bishop Dr. Truman Burst. Master Herbalist, coming to you from Good Shepherd Ministries.
We are into choose a search engine, Big FM 90.1 with Anthony. And here we go. We'll go straight over and say greetings, Dr. Truman.
Yes, hello, Mr. Brown. Hello, Mr. Brown.
No, Anthony. Anthony, Mr. Brown, no.
Oh, I'm sorry. This is who?
Anthony.
Anthony. Yes. Hello, Anthony. How are you?
I'm good, thank you.
Very
Did I
good.
give you the crystal as well?
And Crystal, are you there?
Yes, good morning, Anthony.
Hi, Crystal. I know Crystal's traveling at the moment, so we may hear a little bit of noise in the background. So as soon as she gets there, that will be solved, and we'll do our best to make this connection. So, Dr. Truman, first of all, can I just come to you and just say, okay, you're a bishop, yeah?
I'm sorry, I didn't understand what you said.
You're a bishop?
Yes. I'm an ordained minister and a certified bishop. Yes.
Okay. Can you tell us a bit about your background and like looking at your bio, if you want to put it that way, or your website, and you talk about there's so much of what you've done, qualifications that you have. What road has brought you? What road have you travelled to get to where you are, in the sense of your interest in the faith that you chose, and then your choice to go into the area of medicine and herbalist, becoming a herbalist?
Yes, Anthony. Oh my goodness. We're going clear back into 1961, when I was 19 years old, and I was working in Las Vegas, Nevada, USA, and my job was to deliver auto parts out to the Nevada test site. And at that time, the Nevada test site was doing underground nuclear testing. And so there was radiation all over the place. Nobody really knew that much about it in those days. And I got radiation poisoning. And I went from 150 pounds down to 79 pounds. I lost all the hair on my body. I had sores from the top of my head to the bottom of my feet. I was very sick. The doctors told me that I could either go home and pass away, or I could stay in the hospital and die. That was my choice. And they said it'd probably take about 2 weeks and you won't be here anymore. Well, I decided to stay at home, Anthony, and some people came by from my church, and they saw my condition, and they said that there was an herbalist that was coming in from Alert Bay or Vancouver, British Columbia, and she would be speaking at the church regarding herbs and health, and that I should go. Well, I let them. The people that came by and gave me that message. I told them I couldn't go because I couldn't even move my wheelchair at that time. I was too sick to get out of bed, and they said, "Well, you don't worry. We're going to carry you there," and so they did. They carried me to that church, and I sat in the back row, and this very small Mohawk Indian lady. Well, she came up to speak, and she was about the size of the podium. I mean, there wasn't much difference, and she was very short. Anyway, she was a wonderful person, and she looked directly at me in the back of, and there was about 25 people here. And she looked directly at me, and she said, "You look terrible." Well, I didn't know what to say, and I said, "Well, I don't feel very well either, thank you." And she said, "Well, I'm." Then she asked me. She said, "Are you married?" Well, I said, "What does that have to do about anything?" And she said, "Well, I'm gonna." I said, "No, I'm not." And she said, "Well, I'm gonna go home with you, and I can't stay very long. I can only stay a few weeks, but I'm gonna help you with your condition, and we'll see what we can do. It's really up to the Lord, and if the Lord wants you to be healed, you will be healed. And if the Lord wants to take you home, well, you're gonna go home. But let's see what we can do." And then she went on to speak about natural remedies and health, and what the Indians knew about herbs, and how herbs had come from Europe and the UK and all over the world, and about that time I just something came over me, and what came over me was the Spirit came over me, and I was out of my body, and I was about 40 feet up above the church looking down into it. And I knew at that very moment, Anthony, that I was going to be a healer. And I didn't know anything about natural remedies. I was, just never even heard of natural remedies when I was 19 years old. Well, so what happened was then, she, they all of a sudden, an hour had gone by, and they were shaking me, and they probably thought I passed away. But I came to there, and I knew at that time that my life's calling was to be an herbalist. I didn't even really know what an herbalist was or what they did, but I knew that herbs were the answer, because the Spirit had come upon me, and I just knew that was my calling, even though I didn't know what it was I was even talking about in my mind. However, that's what happened. And then after that, she came home, came to my house, and she slept on the couch, and she gave me seaweeds and bentonite clay and all kinds of things that I never heard of. And she detoxed me, and and instead of dying in 2 weeks, she had to leave in 3 to go back to be the dean of the Green Shores Herbal College and resume her classes. And so she had to give me all these things, and by the time she'd left in 3 weeks, Anthony, I was able to brace myself on canes and wave goodbye to her when she drove off. Now, that's how I got started into this. Then I followed her 6 months later to that college, and I stayed and I studied with her for many years. In 6 years, I got 2 PhDs. I became a graduate ethnobotanist and a phytotherapist, and then I left that college after 6 years. But I always kept a close relationship with Dr. Myers, and so from there I went to I became a chartered herbalist. Then I became a master herbalist, and then a master herbologist. So, and later I became an ordained minister and a certified bishop, and it was my calling to help people. So for the past 54 years, I've helped people all around the world. People Skype me, they go on my Skype, which is Master Herbalist, and they Skype me and they ask me questions, and I help people at no charge. I've never charged anybody anything. I do it as a ministry, and it's my privilege to have ministered to a lot of the Gathering of Christ Church members, the GOCC folks, and just thousands of these wonderful people, and I've helped answered their questions and so forth over the years. And as a matter of fact, Anthony, we're going to be in the UK on July 26th, and you can find out about that on the naturallyhealthyuk.com website. That's naturallyhealthyuk.com. Be sure and go there and check out the
naturallyhealthyuk.com.
That's right, sir.
Okay.
And so that's how I got started in this, and it's been, like I say, 54 years went by pretty quick. All of a sudden, here I am, 74 years old. I'm still helping people all over the world, and they're Skyping me, they're emailing me at Truman.
Can I do that? When you were training at the college with Dr. Myers, as well as doing your training with regard to the herbs, it sounds like there was another message, as well as the herbalist and the spiritual side of it. That what else was it that message that you got from being at that college, that the whole world that you were about to step into was about? If that makes any sense, that question.
Yeah, well, what we studied ethnobotany. That was my first.
Maybe I wasn't clear then. I told Dr. Truman.
Yes.
But maybe before I was back on the show, I mentioned about and I questioned the issue of politics, religion, and whether they occupy. Some people would say they shouldn't occupy the same space.
I don't think I'm following your question. I'm very sorry, but I'm not following what you're saying.
Politics. Well, I've got a text here. This might say I've got a text that's coming, and it says Christ was both a healer and a politician.
Yes.
Anyone who doesn't think politics and religion are inextricably linked are deluded. The way you conduct your life is a way of governance. What's your view on that?
Yes. Yes, well, all of these things are linked together, and and that's kind of and that's what I have fashioned my calling to do, is to do the same kind of thing that Jesus Christ would do. I can't raise the dead, but I can certainly comfort people. And I don't claim cures. I don't do that. What I do claim is that I comfort people and that I help people. And the Lord does the healing. And that's the way what I think about it. And as far as the politics, yes, politics plays a big part of it, because the politics of today, especially in America, are against natural remedies. They're for poison chemical drugs. And of course, pharmaceuticals, the root word for pharmaceutical is pharma. And the word pharma in Greek means witchcraft and sorcery, because that's what these poison drugs are. And whereas the natural remedies are rather harmless, used properly and so forth, the chemical drugs have all kinds of side effects. And you take one drug, then you need another drug because you had a side effect from that drug. Pretty soon you're taking 18 drugs because you got all these different things you're working on, and besides that, it causes more health issues. So, yeah, politics plays a big role in it, in an herbalist's life, because there are so many prohibitions against them. They're not really able to get the information out. If you buy an herbal product, it's not going to, and it's for diabetes. Well, it's not going to say that on the label. We can't do that. We can't say this herb is for, on the label in America. You have to just call it something like Dia-B or something, and you can't even do that. Maybe they want you to call it. They just do not allow you to give the information. So politics does play a big role in it. If the politics in America would be such that we could properly label our products, so if you had circulation problems, we could put circulation on there, or if you had cancer or diabetes or high blood pressure, if we could put that right on the label, that would be wonderful. And we're not making claims, but people need to know. But under the politics of today, you aren't going to get that information.
Most definitely. I also was saying before, when we started the show, that because growing up, I couldn't even remember half the time going to visit the doctor or having to go to the pharmacy or to the chemist, and I can't remember my parents doing that. They relied on natural herbs, what they grew up on. My parents were from Jamaica, but they grew up on these herbs, and there were times where they would go and visit Jamaica, go back from here, and sometimes they'd come back and you'd be expecting presents and things, and when they'd open the case, it was all herbs and things like this they brought back, rather than the things that as a child you probably would be looking for. And that is, you can't do that now. You can't bring in these herbs and stuff that would grow naturally in some of these hot countries or Caribbean countries or African countries or South American countries. There is a stop on that.
Yes, and we need more freedom, to consume the foods, and the herbs are foods, and we need and we need to be able to have more freedom to get more knowledge about them, have better proper labeling, and so that somebody can actually have a truthful conversation with someone, and be able to give the right information. I have done this for a great many years, and of course my daughter Crystal, who's also here, You know, she's followed in my footsteps, and she is herself. We are 3 generations of herbalists: myself, Crystal, and her daughter, Brittany, who is